Today was all about expanding my area knowledge and finding two of the most important things I needed right now: a can opener and cigarettes. There were two houses that I was yet to clear on the block, and I had planned to loot there today. But first, I had to deal with the bodies piling up outside my base. I moved the bodies into a room in a looted house for now. I aim to bury the bodies in the future, but this will do in the meantime. Just as I had finished, more undead decided to take the place of the previous bodies, much to my frustration. Rather than wasting more time cleaning up, I headed towards the houses that I needed to loot. The first house didn't have much to offer, but it did have some great books. The second house didn't have a lot to offer either, bar some canned foods which I couldn't use. But I've been hearing distant noises in the background and it was starting to freak me out. There it was. I didn't think it was a zombie. It had to be a survivor or survivors. But my search for them would have to wait for now, as I was not ready to venture out far. So I went home and rested for the night. A gunshot woke me. It was close by too. My guess was the houses across the street, so I decided to investigate. It was suspiciously quiet out. The shot must have drawn them away. But as I went to investigate a trash pile near me, I noticed them at the top of my vision. A full horde. I immediately turned back around and made for the house nearby to me to get a better look. My heart was pounding. I knew I had just rang the dinner bell for every zombie in the area, and especially that horde I had just seen. My adrenaline was running high and I needed to get my bearings. I had never been here before, so I had no idea what to expect or what to look for. I knew I wasn't far from home, but nothing in this world seems to be easy anymore, even just going a block away. I started searching the local houses while I waited to figure out what I could do next. All I knew right now is I needed to give it time before I could go back to my base. That horde would be sticking around. But then, in the midst of all this panic, and after being ambushed again, I found it.
I fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. This is the happiest day of my life. I found a can opener.
This was a great find, and my hope for survival had been redeemed. I took this opportunity to continue looting the other houses to see what I could find. I was met with a mild resistance, though. This house was packed with the undead, but with my newfound can opener confidence, I handled them all with ease. This house didn't have much to offer, besides a few extra guns and a key. I tried the key on the car outside, but no luck. This did make me think, however, I will need a vehicle soon to store items when I have to move to a safer location. I found a mint condition truck, but no key was in sight, so I had to keep looking. I started to loot some of these new houses, but it was starting to get late, and I needed to get home. started to wonder how setting off that alarm may have affected my chances of staying in my safe house, as I feared the number of undead around the neighbouring houses was higher than normal. I had to carefully plan my route around them. As I rotated around, I drew the attention of two of them away from my house, which nearly proved to be a fatal error. Another lucky escape. I made my way home and disposed of the last zombie waiting for me at the door. It was late, and there was definitely zombies surrounding the house. But it wasn't until midnight that I realized the mistake that I had made earlier this morning. I had left the TV on, and as midnight struck, Life and Living had come on and attracted the attention of the undead outside. They had begun thumping on the living room window. I quickly snuck my way towards the TV and turned it off. It was too late though. The zombie had already heard the noise and was determined to break through. And sure enough, it wasn't long before the window gave in. Fortunately though, turning off the TV seemed to be the only thing that had stopped the zombie from actually entering my safe house. There wasn't much more I could do until the morning, so I made my way upstairs to sleep for the night, hoping that I wouldn't be awakened by banging at my door. I woke up the next morning safe and refreshed, ready to handle the situation that was growing outside. My plan was to try draw them away, one by one, to avoid being outnumbered. This plan was working, but with all of my plans, eventually they break down into panic. And eventually managing the situation to recovery. Unjustifiably, my confidence was high, and I was feeling a little bit adventurous. Disregarding my knowledge that this game would swiftly humble me, I ventured back across the road to the houses yet to be looted. Unsurprisingly, the house had very little to offer. However, the shed out the back had something I needed. A hammer. Happy with my find, I'd moved on to the next house. There was only one zombie, so I could easily handle this. Or so I thought. I was humbled once again, just barely escaping. And that was very, very lucky. I sheepishly continued to the next house, but on seeing a few undead, I wisely retreated and made my way back home. When I got home, I was eager to try out my new hammer and practice my carpentry skills, disassembling things. I used the planks and the nails from disassembling the bed to barricade the broken window downstairs, and I finally felt secure again in my safe house. But this game was not done with humbling me just yet. And the next morning, after reading for about an hour,
What the fuck is that?
oh, I heard about this. The helicopter event. Something that I had heard about while researching this game, but it was the first time I had ever experienced it. I was terrified. I picked up every gun and piece of ammo that I had and faced the door. Little did I know I was carrying too much and began injuring myself, but I just didn't know what to do. All I knew is that there was going to be a massive horde surrounding my base, and I could already hear them breaking down the garage door. I could do nothing but wait until this was over, so I decided to sleep. Three hours later, thankfully, the helicopter was gone. But I have no idea what is awaiting me outside. I can only imagine I'm surrounded. And the longer I wait in here, the worse things are gonna get.